Hey guys, what's up? This is Shark talking. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about Cave of Armor Holy Stones. We'll be talking about how can you efficiently farm stage number 10 with a very fast and safe strategy to reduce the time that you need to spend here grinding. Well, the Armor Holy Stones is just the second Holy Stone cave we are receiving in the game. The very first one was about weapons, and it was also a very good moment to increase your power. Now you will get stones that can decrease the damage that you receive. This is super important for challenges going from the future content. Well, there's only one problem here with farming stage number 10, is that the cap is now very far from the current highest cap in story mode. In story mode we can farm 960 HP and 70 of this status, but because this event is now getting older, we can only farm up to 890s and 63 for status. I believe this is not so worth for farming status anymore, and you can still farm for characters that are not featured for a slow farming, but you can decide if you want to just get the stones the fast way possible, or just bring some weak units to train some status. I'll be explaining the two different strategies here. Well, first of all, do not use your Holy Stones yet. Do not upgrade them. Just keep farming, at least for now. This event is now for defensive, it's not for offensive. In the past event, people were starting working on their stones because they wanted to increase their power for better farmings, but right now, the stones that you can get will only be defensives. So you can spend more time farming and wait to see if you get some Holy Stones to drop, because, you know, this chest here can drop a Holy Stone for you to use. You do not need, and you should never run the excavation that gives you stones. That is because you need to farm this event for so many times that you will eventually get all the stones by drop, and you do not need to use the pickaxes to run the Holy Stone excavations. Use your pickaxes only for shard excavations. The shard excavation is the way better because you need shards to upgrade the Holy Stones, and they will use so many shards that, well, you will thank me later. Okay, so, well, we also have the shop here. I will be just talking very fast here. We only have some bucks, pieces, stamina potions, and some limited pickaxes and platinum summon tickets. You can just use the pickaxes right now or later, doesn't really matter. Just remember that you can only carry 9.999 pickaxes on the same time. So, well, the first thing is that you need to climb up to stage number 10, and the stage number 10 is the best one for farming. I already explained it. There are some things that we need to talk here. Wave 1, you will only have one single enemy. Well, you can see here because of the image. On the wave 2, you only have another enemy, and on wave 3, you only have 2 enemies. This is very different when compared to the Weapon Holy Stone Cave, where we had way more enemies to face. So AoE damage was way more important, but right now, using single target damage is way better. And also, the second enemy is susceptible to death, so you can insta-kill him by using some strategies. We'll be talking about all my strategies here. The first one is this one here. I will explain what I'm doing. And the best formations that you can use here is the Magical Shower or the Colorful Rangers formation. For those that still don't know, the Colorful Ranger is one of those formations that you can purchase by using some of the formation coins that you get by going on attacks. And you can find the Battle with Evil Ogre here, and then you can face some stages for the secret trainings. Purchase the Colorful Rangers formation for this, because it's an amazing formation and I'll be using here a lot. Let's just explain where you can purchase it. It's not hard, at least up to the romancing stages. You do not need to clear romancing stages. Just go here on formation exchange. After you beat the first stages, you can exchange here. I still didn't got this one because it's not important, but the first and the second formations that you can purchase here are super good. Do it as soon as possible. So, well, back to it. I will explaining some strategies where people will need to use Magical Shower or Divine Wall, but mostly I'll be using Colorful Rangers because it's super important here. Let's just go back here to event. And, okay, Cave of All the Armor Stones. We'll be running the first formation. I'll be going straight to it, and then I'll explain why we run it. Okay, the first enemy here is only weak against Sun, Heat, and Pierce. I am using Blue, Rouge, Emelia, and Claudia. This is the award Claudia. I'll be explaining why. The second enemy is susceptible to death. She is using Assassin Arrow 2 times in a row. Needs to be fully awakened, and she kills the second wave by herself. She is also on the front line, so she gets more agility. On the third wave, she just used normal attack. Emelia uses bound shot because she used sweet trap on the first turn. And now we have the finishing. We just finished this running with 4 characters. You can see that the middle character here is not used, but both Rouge and Blue needs to be fully awakened for the skills number 1 and 2. Claudia is a little different. She needs to inherit from her tower version the Assassin Bow skill, because that allows her to kill the targets. Let's just give a look quickly now that we kind of ran the thing. Just go here on edit. I'll be explaining. She's the only one that is using inheritance skill, and the inheritance skill is here, Assassin Arrow. It's not even maxed, and she's already killing a lot of targets. And just use her Starry Rain to max, so that she do not use this on turn 1. And all the other ones, you see Rouge is using Raging Gust with 13 VP, so that he did not start with this. That is because Darkbringer is a pierce damage, so that we can use this on all enemies to do more damage. And Blue can just be used normally. You don't need to change anything about him. So this was the first strategy. Well, let's just talk about the second one, because we are here. Let's talk about this already. And this is like the whatever strategy. I don't want to bring anyone to train. I want to be the fastest possible. So using Rainbow Rangers, we will use 5 units that can do pierce damage. And when they cannot do pierce damage, you should focus on very high potential damage. Here I have Rouge with the same setup. He is using Darkbringer. I have Emelia again with Sweet Trap. And then I have my Faerie, and Faerie is using Double Trick. You can just leave big wheels here, or 13 VP, it's okay. Or you can just increase it to 16 so that she only uses it on turn 3 if she fails to attack on turn 1 and turn 2. Claudia's here again for Assassin Bow. And Sarah is here as well. She do not have any inheritance because I don't have the other version. Another good thing to talk is that we are using Claudia for instant kill, but you can also use Summer Selma. I don't have her. Claudia is better because she has more intelligence than Summer Selma, but Summer Selma does very good damage as well, and she will be able to kill the second wave as well. Okay, so this is the formation. On Rainbow's Rangers, I have Faerie on the front. Well, you can already see this by running, so we can save some time. The only character that is not being boosted here is Sarah, because I don't think she needs that much. And the one that is getting agility is Claudia, because Claudia needs to attack first. So Faerie is getting STR, Emelia is getting dexterity, and Rouge is getting intelligence. But agility is going for Claudia, so she always attacks before everyone else. That means on the second wave, she will kill the target without anyone interfering. That is a fast farming. Let's see. She always attacks first because of how I... Yes, she failed to kill him right now, but she usually kills that like 90% chances. Emelia will always one-shot if she is on this formation and you have Sweet Trap to use. She will one-shot all the enemies from here. And this formation also don't care if some character attack before the other character, because they will always have strength to kill everyone. You know, big wheels now deal a very high damage. The enemies only have 26k HP. They will just die. And we just finish it again with just 1 turn for every wave. Without having to see any enemy attacking or anything else, we are running very fast. Now let's just go for the third formation. We have 5 formations here to talk about. And now for the third strategy, I have Faerie, Monika, and Rouge as my damage dealers. I can bring 2 other characters to train if I want. I just need to explain a little about BP cost. You need to bring big wheels to 16. And Monika, you just keep using linear across. You can kind of increase Firecracker as well so that she never uses, but she will never use anyway. And Rouge will get Raging Gust to 13, so that he never uses as well. So you use Darkbringer 2 times and Dark Sizzle last. This formation and strategy do not kill all enemies in a single turn. You need a second turn on the third wave, but it's a cost and sacrifice that you can do to carry 2 characters for status. But you may not need this, it's just a different strategy. Okay, so we have the first enemy again. Hopefully what happens here is that you use Linear Cross because it has fast, and then Rouge or Faerie will kill the first enemy. Well, Rouge killed it. Now we'll just attack the Wyvern. It should be the same. Well, the 3 attackers attacking. I don't believe that we'll see the third character using... Yes. The good thing is that now we have big wheels with Faerie, so we'll probably finish this run in a single turn, but it will never happen all the time. Yeah, we will just finish it again. Well, actually very close to it. Hopefully someone here kills this enemy. Yes. If you bring some characters that are not so weak, these characters are not even using weapons, you will still be able to clear this all in a single turn. Well, this time here I can only train 1, but it's a very safe strategy as well. And I'm bringing the character for training on the slot that increases love. I have Emelia with increased agility, so she always opens with Sweet Trap. And I have my Robin Girl using the dexterity slot, Rouge on the intelligence one, and also Katarina with double crush on this STR slot. The strange thing and interesting actually is that Robin Girl is using ID Break from her summer style. You know, Robin Girl is Liz, so that she can inherit ID Break. And I also awakened Happy Volley so that she always uses ID Break instead. It's just for those that don't have many pierce damage dealers, they can find one by using this. Emelia can also produce pierce damage without being a full pierce damage dealer. Rouge is the same thing. This is for those that don't have many pierce damage dealers. Okay, so I'll run this as well. The idea is the same. Katarina is just using her normal skills. She opens with double crush, and Rouge will open with Darkbringer as well. And Emelia will open with Sweet Trap. She will not kill this enemy by herself because she's not getting dexterity. You only need 2 characters to kill here. And now we have the second enemy. Kinda depends on which character you are using. Very nice, we just kill it. Now third wave is super fast again. Katarina will be able to use double crush. I don't know when, because she's being beaten by agility. And yeah, even when Robin Girl do not get to attack, she will use some other skills and she's still strong enough. With this strategy, you can bring 1 character to get status easily. It never fails. This one will not always work on just 1 turn, but it's an interesting formation for those that still don't have the best ones to choose. We have the Vine Wall here with Christmas, Monika, and a Ward Sarah with blue in the front lines. Blue in the front lines is because he gets agility, so he will always attack before the other characters. There's only one thing that I wanted to change, but unfortunately I cannot. My Sarah don't have the second skill fully awakened, so she will use Phoenix Zero on turn 1. In turn 2 she will not have enough PP. It's actually okay as well. And on turn 3 she will just use Happy Volley against the dragons. That's cool because there are 2 targets and it still works. But Phoenix Zero is okay to open, and Monika will start with Sultan Cross. In the case of blue, you can just use Storm Burst just fine. You don't need to change anything, but it needs to be awakened. Both Storm Burst and Saber Ray needs to be awakened. And this is the last strategy. Let's just see how it does. Okay, so let's see. I'm bringing 2 characters for training. You can see this lock number 1 and 2, just for training. Well, Storm Burst just killed the first enemy. Actually, you see he had 30k point 800. I need to change the image. You probably see the 80 image anyways. Yeah, happy to probably will kill the red dragon, but not the blue one. So unless the other characters can do some damage, you will need 2 turns to finish this. Yeah, we just finished it. So this was the last strategy, guys. So thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't, hit the like button, and if you want to support this channel, you can do so by using any of the links on the description. We see each other on the next one. Bye.